Alright, I'm gonna teach you how to master Dragon Slayer pretty quickly. Now, I do want to get to 420 subs by the end of the year, so I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe and also like. Thank you. Now, most tutorials I've seen on the Dragon Slayer are really lazy. They basically just summarize the Dragon Slayer as keep training, which is somewhat true. However, I'm going to save you a lot of time in trial and error, and I will teach you the basics of the Dragon Slayer and combat without you having to, die constantly to learn. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use shift lock whenever we fight someone. We aren't fighting someone, or we're trying to check behind us, don't use shift lock. Or if you're running, don't use shift lock. If you go to fight someone, then do use it. It gives you more mobility, and it gives you basically the ability to dodge way easier. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk to you about is you don't want to keep swinging like this, because you're hitting the floor. As you can see right there, we're hitting the floor. What you want to do is you need your camera like this, hitting it like that, because when you hit the floor, it doesn't matter if they're standing in front of you or not, you're not going to hit them, because it's just catching the floor. Now, the third thing you want to do whenever you swing the Dragon Slayer is you need to spin in nearly 360. You need to go like this. Or you can go 360, but it might complicate your battle. For example, you might be fighting a 1v3 and you need to quickly move away. We'll go like that and try to slide away, which can work, but sliding isn't the best idea. Now, the fourth thing I'm going to get to you about is being ragdolled is very deadly. You don't want to get ragdolled, because you can be ragdolled up to 5 seconds. And Dragon Slayer has a cooldown of 2.1 seconds. So in that time, you're already dead. Now, as for rolling is basically a reach tool. For example, if I see someone over there and I can't get to them in time with a slide, what I can do is do this, roll, and then swing like that. And that should do the work for me. Now, another thing I'm going to get to you on, people's range with swords and other weapons is way bigger than you think, because especially mobile users who have high ping and high lag, they can hit you from what seems to be impossible range. They could be here and they could hit you. So just bear in mind that whenever you're fighting someone, you need to keep your distance, especially with the range of the Dragon Slayer. You can hit them from pretty far. But now, my eighth thing I'm going to talk to you about is having an FPS of about 60 or above. Now, there are tons of tutorials online on how to get an FPS unlocker. I'm not going to teach you that. That's not my job right now. But what you're going to want to do is you want to press shift and F5. That'll bring up your real FPS in the Roblox game. So my FPS right now is around 320, which is actually pretty good, I'm not going to lie. But as long as that is 60 or above, you can super jump. Now, I'm going to quickly teach you very basically. You want to run this way. As you learn to super jump, you want to put your camera down. But when you're better, you can lift your camera up more and more. But you want to sprint into it, roll, and turn your camera while jumping. So I'll quickly just give you a small demonstration. Something like that. Obviously, you can go way higher. The thing is, you can incorporate your super jumping into combat. For example, if I have around 2 or 3 people on me, maybe even 5 or 6, and I need to get out of somewhere really, quickly. Say if I'm down there, I want to jump up there really quick. I'm fighting someone. I swing. I jump up, slide onto the thing, re-jump down, and then hit them again. They wouldn't really suspect that, and they probably wouldn't parry you, unless they do know what they're doing. And try not to hit them then. Now, sliding and rolling near enemies, especially in a close combat fight, is basically a no-go. You don't want to do that, because as I said earlier, ragdolling is dangerous. And the chance you're going to get ragdolled if you're hit is extremely high, and combined with the fact that I said people's range is always bigger than you think it is, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. You're going to get ragdolled, and you might even fall off somewhere like here and just die down there. Next thing I'm going to talk to you about is having a graphics level of at least 5. I'm sorry, laptop users or even iPad users, but you can keep it lower, but I would recommend 5, because at that level, you can see shadows, especially player shadows. I had a video, I don't remember which one, I'm not going to bring up the clip, I probably deleted it, where some guy was up here, I was down here, I didn't see him, but I saw a shadow, and I didn't see him throw a kunai, but what I did do is I saw him jump, and he did ragdoll as he fell, but he threw the kunai before that, and that would have stuck me if I didn't jump out the way, because I saw his shadow. So looking at people's shadows can save you. Now, instead of rolling or sliding away, the only thing you can really do near enemies is sprint. Sorry, but that's basically it. And yeah, there is a chance you'll get ragdolled if you do sprint, but it's worth it. You just need out of a situation or to get behind someone. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is kunais. They are basically your best friend, because if you hit someone in the head with a kunai, that's around 45 damage. I don't know the exact, but you can two-shot them. If you combine it with a swing, a hit in the head, they're dead instantly. They're just dead. Now, when fighting a Dragon Slayer user or when using a Dragon Slayer yourself, if somebody has under 50 health, they are dead. Doesn't matter who they are, they're just dead. I think maybe even 60, because they'll be downed at that point. But if you want to target people under 50% health, or just low people, or if you are under 50 health and you're fighting a Dragon Slayer user, then get out of there, or try and, you know, battle it. Good enough. Ooh. Here's a really odd tip. Train in regions far away from you. For example, I have friends in the UK. I am British myself, but I'm currently in Texas. So what I do is I usually play with my friends in faraway regions, like the UK for me. And because of that, you'll get used to higher ping levels, which will basically just toughen you up, and you'll get used to it. You'll get better reaction times. And when you come back, you'll have to readjust. Now, once you do readjust to home regions, you should be pretty set, because you'll have way faster reaction times, and overall, you should just be a better player. And if you do have to fight in further away regions, you have good experience there. And one more thing I'm going to talk about is when you see people do like a downward spiral to you, where they basically just go like this, what you want to do is you want to count to 1.5 seconds in your head and then parry, because they're going to try and either bait you or swing, because they're pretty unpredictable. They can either go like this and then do nothing, wait for you to parry, and then swing, or they'll just go like this instantly and swing. One more thing I'm going to talk about: don't carry your Dragon Slayer around when you aren't going to use it, because you're going to be way more unpredictable. If you just walk next to someone, they're not going to think that you're going to attack them, but then all of a sudden you can go like that and kunai in the head and they're dead. Now finally, I'm going to say the most generic thing ever, but it is all practice at the end of the day. Just keep in mind what I've said, and with that knowledge, just go fight, go do whatever it is you're gonna do. That's basically it. Yeah.